Unscripted.
You know, one thing that I've noticed about this generation is even though we just kicked off, it does seem more and more like the more things change, the more things stay the same in so many different ways. And I don't really necessarily think that's a bad thing. I do happen to think that it is a situation where, you know, these things kind of happen. And it's something that we're going to continue to see just as technology evolves and just as technology has continued to evolve and we continue to see growth by Microsoft and growth by Sony and things like that. And so we did get some information that came out yesterday, and I thought it was very interesting because, you know, it was something that I actually reported on months ago, right? And it didn't really get much traction. And so to be able to see people kind of jump on it and it be a big talking point was a little bit weird to me. And, you know, not weird in a bad way. I just thought it was a little bit strange that, you know, it was one of those things where, you know, I'm like, well, I was talking about this a while ago when this kind of leaked out. You know, a Sony person kind of let this out of the bag, or, you know, whatever, some information leaked out via some patents and stuff like that. And that kind of happens from time to time. But even with that being said, it was very interesting news to me and just something that I thought was very, very kind of timed a little bit strange. So yeah, a little bit interesting and definitely something that I felt was worthwhile talking about and kind of wanted to get into, just as we, you know, we get into all this stuff as fans or whatever. We start talking about all these different things and, you know, how we feel about this stuff. And at the end of the day, I just feel like, you know, it just kind of goes by the wayside, some of it. But it is nice to see that some of these people like are paying attention to what we're asking for and things like that. So it is nice to see, you know, in the long run, we might end up getting some interesting things from this bit of news and information. But it is a very exciting time, to say the least. And I definitely want to get into it and kind of discuss it with you guys and see what you think. But first off, we got to take care of some business. What's up, everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. I appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate that as well. It helps out the channel, and that means a lot to me personally. And if you're looking for a way to help out the channel, the best thing to do for anybody, I would suggest, is to simply like the video. That's like the easiest thing you can do in the world, and it definitely means a lot to me personally. So thank you guys so much for always rocking out with me. And like I said, that would be the absolute awesome bestest thing you can do. It really does help out. And shout out to all the old subscribers, new subscribers, and everybody in between. You are amazing people, and you know, don't let anybody ever tell you otherwise, you know. So happy holidays and all that kind of good stuff. It really does just mean the absolute world to me to have that kind of support and things like that. So thank you guys very, very much. And with that being said, you know, let's get into this, shall we? Because this is very, very interesting stuff, and I wanted to talk about it because, again, this was something that came up, you know, yesterday, but it was something that I had talked about previously. So very interesting, and I'm going to link this so you guys can check it out. So now that the PS5 is out, even if you're finding out where the PS5 is currently, you know, if you can't find one, it's very challenging, but, you know, they are out there some places. And as reported earlier today by this site, there looks to be an even more good news in the future for the PlayStation 5, as an official Sony patent has pointed towards the possibility of a, quote, dual GPU PS5 Pro console incoming. The most interesting part of that patent, though, might actually be the cloud gaming applications it can deliver to, with the scalable game console CPU GPU design for home consoles and cloud gaming, seemingly perfect for transplantation into the much rumored new PSP 5G, and especially since the advanced cloud technology detailed in the patent, which connects to a cloud gaming management server, can work with both one or two system-on-chip consoles. It is its scalability as much as its ability to work with multi-GPU setups that's very interesting. So now, according to this patent, the official patent states that the SoC technology can be applied to video simulation consoles such as game consoles, and in particular, a single SoC may be provided for a light, quote-unquote, version of the console, while plural SoCs may be used to provide a high-end version of the console with greater processing and storage capabilities than the light version. Now, there were also rumors about a PSP 5G, and those started back in 2018 when Sony announced during its fiscal year 2017 financial results, and said that it was staying in the smartphone business to develop 5G technology as a way to kind of build up across the Sony group. So They noted at the time, if you look across at the Sony group, at its divisions at the technologies markets, that most obvious, and considering the continuing insane popularity of the Nintendo Switch and Switch-like consoles, potentially profitable area for 5G technology is in portable gaming, specifically portable gaming streamed from the cloud. Right now in 2020, Sony is still indeed in the 5G business with its latest phones like the Xperia 1, 2, rocking the next-gen network. It is also very noticeably still in the gaming console market, with the PlayStation 5 console the #1 product on Earth right now. So, and now we have an official patent from Sony detailing highly versatile and scaling new technology for cloud gaming that has obvious implementations in the next-gen consoles. And while home consoles absolutely would benefit from enhanced cloud gaming performance, the console area that would benefit most from enhanced cloud gaming tech is portable handheld consoles, which is where in this article's opinion, two sides will collide and might very well be shortly produce the next-gen gaming handheld that PlayStation fans have been begging for since the failure of the PlayStation Vita, a next-gen PSP console loaded with, the ability to play and stream games like Horizon Forbidden West or God of War Ragnarok on the go, Miles Morales and things like that. As to what the next-gen PSP could look like, if it does come out, there's really kind of hard to tell, but they do have some kind of stuff that's going to go in there as well. So again, this is really taking a lot of this stuff and running with it with their own opinion. First of all, patents, and I always say this as well, patents are a way to sort of look into what companies are exploring, but there's literally dozens and dozens of patents that just go unused. They just patent them so that nobody else can take those ideas. So that's nothing new. We see this all the time, and it's something that we'll probably continue to see. Is there going to be a PlayStation 5 Pro? I mean, I did a video on it a while ago, but I mean, there could be, but I think it's foolish to sort of talk about that right now when they just launched the regular one. It makes people kind of feel a little bit redundant, at the end of the day, and I feel like that could be a little bit of a mistake. So hopefully, that's something that, I don't know, it's like we're in this weird sort of situation where we're getting this information, and they're sort of treating game consoles a little bit like a little bit like how we would possibly see cell phones and stuff like that. But I've always kind of stuck up and said, video games are different than cell phones. We don't need them to be like cell phones. We don't need a new console every 3 days, or what I'm saying. It just feels like that. It's like we got the Xbox One, we got the PS4 Pro in 2016, the Xbox One X in 2017, then we got Xbox One SAD in 2019, and a Xbox Series S and a Series X in 2020, and a PS5 in 2020. Two different versions of that. And there was also rumors that they might release because of this, a light PS5, which would make absolutely no sense to release a weaker version, especially since Jim Ryan has already said that wouldn't make sense, and that they decided against that a long time ago. And not only would that could be confusing, and you're not going to really save that much, is really because they already have a $399 console. They don't really need a $299 console. I don't even think they put the PS4 on sale this holiday like they did in previous holidays. So yeah, it is one of those things where it is a little bit of a weird situation, but like, I wouldn't worry about it. Are we going to see some kind of thing where we get another console in 3 or 4 years? We possibly could be, but it's like, for me right now, it's like we've already got basically these things that are pushing TVs that nobody even has. So I would also just be just as fine and just as happy if we just keep these consoles for 5 to 6 years and get the most out of them, and let people kind of catch up to the technology in terms of the TV and stuff. Because as far as I can tell, most people that are buying these TVs don't even have the proper HDMI 2.1 inputs on their TVs to support this. I had to go out and spend quite a bit of money to get the newest TV to be able to support the 2.1 for the 4K 120 hertz. So yeah, again, it's like one of these things where most people that are buying these things don't even have the proper TV to sort of take advantage of it. So that's a little bit interesting, to say the least. I do hope that this is something that kind of clears way a little bit. It's like, damn, we just got these consoles. Do we really need to be talking about the successors already? Like, I hope not. I hope not. So I don't think that this is and again, I also don't think that game streaming is a big deal for me personally. I just don't think that it is, and I don't ever see it as being something that the majority of people just absolutely want to go out there and play and kind of take care of and stuff like that. So, we'll have to see how that works out in the long run. But at the end of the day, it is very interesting to see and just how this kind of all ends up kind of working out and takes place. And, again, this is just stuff that is going to end up being talked about regardless of whether we want it to be talked about or not. So I do hope that we do continue to see some things going in there and stuff like that, and some things that sort of work out for us as gamers. But man, let's just enjoy what we have for a little bit, can we? Because I think that would be the best thing for everybody, in my opinion anyway. But I will link this and you guys can let me know. I'm just saying, I wouldn't expect a light version. That would make no sense. They've already said no to that. Could there be a pro version in 3-4 years? Possibly. That could be the case. We don't know. But, is there going to be some kind of PSP thing? I don't know. Why, if you could stream stuff, it'd make more sense to stream it to phones that people already have than having to make a dedicated thing where people can do it. I don't know. But, I've seen crazier things happen. But let me know what you guys think. Stay safe, happy, and healthy. Rack 'em up. Game on, my friends. Game on. Crapgamer, out.
Unscripted.